Hi, welcome to 2020 Tasty Treats with GourmetQuilter. We're doing a whole lot of different series this year in 2020, 20 different series for 2020, each with 20 parts. So there's more information on the website on GourmetQuilter.com if you're interested to have a look. This is the In the Playroom Applique series that we're doing. There's 20 different appliques all related to being in the playroom, and we're on applique, number 20. So we're on the final one today. So it's so exciting to think of a playroom, to have lots of things to do in it. I don't think you'd be bored in this playroom. So this time we've just got one more to go in here, and we're doing a little racing car, but it's a little wind-up racing car. So I don't know how fair that is on a racing car to have to wind it up. It's got a limited distance it can go. There's a pattern available through GourmetQuilter.com. If you're receiving the pattern, then you'll know that this is the sort of thing that you can download and print. Everything's there ready for tracing. We're using a fusible web for the applique, so you can trace it straight onto that. So I've already cut all mine out with the fusible web on the back, and I've started positioning, but nothing's ironed in place yet. So I've still got a few bits to go on here. So we've got the body of the car, we've got a couple of nice little stripes, we've got the wind-up key is just tucked underneath the back there, and we're just popping these wheels on top there. And I think we've just got a light to go on here on the front so that we can see where we're going. It's always a good thing. There's some wheel centers here to go on the wheels, and we've got a little steering wheel already in place, but we've got a nice little strip that makes it look quite smart that comes around that little opening there. So I think that's all looking. So this just overlaps that edge. So I think that's everything done now. So on the pattern pieces they're all numbered, all the shapes, and the lower numbers often have something with a higher number sitting over the top of them. So I haven't ironed it yet, but that's all looking pretty good, I think. So I'm just going to iron it all in place now, and then I can go to the sewing machine and do some stitching. So I'm just going to iron it from the back as well, because some of these pieces are sitting on top and might not get the heat all the way through. And then I'm doing free motion stitching, so I need some sort of a stabilizer. So I'm using this lightweight cotton batting, and I just like to iron them together. They're not fused, but it just sits together because the cotton tends to grip the cotton when you've ironed it like that. So now I'm going to go to the sewing machine and do the sewing. I'm a bit sad to see this series come to an end. I've enjoyed all these playrooms. So I think what we'll do is we might come round, starting up here, and go round this little wind-up key at the back here. Start somewhere. So I'm just going to keep coming. Whoops, where's that thread come from? Keep coming around here and get onto that key. I'm just going to go past it first and then just back up a couple of stitches. Come around here. So when it's all fused on, everything sits where you've put it, so it's quite nice. So I will have to come back and do the two little holes as a separate exercise. And then I can keep coming around here. And then when I get to this stripe, I'm going to go over the stripe. Then I'm going to come back onto it, and I'm going to come, get rid of that thread, up the stripe. And then along that same stitching again, and then come back down the other side of the stripe. And then I can just keep coming on here, and I can go around the outside of this tire then. So all the edges will need to be stitched, even with the fusible there. Just because it's fused doesn't mean it doesn't need stitching. So I'm just going to go around these little tiny holes just so that you can see that they're not impossible to do. So when I'm starting and stopping, I just do a couple of stitches on top of each other and that locks it off. I'll do this other one as well. And there they're done already, so now I've just got to continue on. It's all pretty straightforward. I've got to go around the inner wheel center, otherwise everything's pretty much the same sort of thing. So I'll keep going and I'll show you when I'm coming to the other end. So I'm just up to this last little bit here. We've got this little steering wheel to do here. And then just to come around this little edging around this seat area. And we are nearly done. There we are. So that's the final one in this series done. So I'll just give it a quick press and we'll put it up with all the others so we can admire our playroom. So thank you for being with me. Thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for playing in the playroom. So that was it for number 20, which is, as I said, the final one in this series. So I'd just like to thank you for watching them. I'd like to invite you to have a look at GourmetQuilter.com. You may find something even more interesting on the website. So that was it for the In the Playroom, and I will see you again with some other series. Thank you.